guys, I'm back today with a really special guest, Marcus Butler.
Hello everybody!
We're here just to do a kind of random question
video.
We
thought it would be fun to kind of make a video and find 10 like random questions, not like the normal questions about each other, but 10 that would make you actually think about your answer, and we'll get to know each other a bit better, but also you guys can get to know Charlotte and me because this on our channel. So, alright, question number 1. What was your childhood nickname, if you had one?
Well, still currently my nickname from my parents and my brother, Bean. I don't know why, like Bean Bag. But yeah, Bean. I was never called like Charlie or anything like that, but just Bean.
Why?
What's yours?
Why Bean though? Have they never told you?
I mean, I do remember like we were kind of sitting on the sofa and my mum was like, "I want to get you a nickname," and my brother was like, "Bean," and I was like,
"Well, if it works, just Bean." So
it's just Bean.
They just call you Bean. Okay.
Yeah.
My nickname from my family's just been Marky.
Yeah.
Oh, it like makes sense. Marcus, Marky.
Yeah.
Since I was
just
young.
Abbreviation. Yeah.
So. That's pretty straightforward. If you want someone to spoil you rotten, what would they buy you? Like,
well, I mean, for me, like to spoil me rotten, I think it would be like a Domino's pizza. Okay. That would just make my like evening.
That's like your whole day done.
Yeah.
It's like you Domino's pizza. Happy.
Yeah, happy. Yeah. No particular TV show or anything though, but just Domino's pizza would satisfy everything.
Okay, that's pretty. That's straightforward. I thought you might have gone in with like, buy me like a handbag. This.
If I really wanted to be spoiled rotten, it would have to be something like a Chanel handbag, which is thousands.
Okay.
But yeah, but just a standard one would be a Domino's pizza.
Okay, I'll try and give 2 then. I'll give the standard and like.
And you're asking for a lot,
Okay, absolute ridiculous would be being surprised to be taken away on holiday. Yeah. Like if someone's like, "Oh, it's your birthday. Oh, we're going snowboarding or something cool." Like that would be like the one. But in terms of like every day, it's probably going to be really sad. But like just like some good food. Like if someone takes me to somewhere I can get some good lunch food.
Yeah.
Like, similar to question 2. If I had a whole day to go shopping and money to spend, I would go to. So it's as if you're answering it. So if you had a whole day to go shopping and money to spend, would you go and get that Chanel
big money or
whatever? The sky's the limit.
Okay, it would be probably Selfridges in London or Harrods because it has everything.
Yeah. Everything you could want in one place.
From food to luxury items. Yeah.
They don't have Domino's though.
They don't. No. But I'm sure I'd have a bit of change to just return things and get some extra money back.
I went to Harrods the other day actually to try and get my stepdad a present, and I was getting so stressed because I was just like, I don't know my way around. Like you just walk and it's just like you get so lost. But what's impressive is you go up to someone who works there and you're like, "Oh, I need to get to this section. I need to get to this obscure menswear department." And they're like, "Oh yeah, left, down, right, left." I'm
I know. It's crazy. Yeah, it is.
So mine would be the same as you. I'd like
a big department
just go there and just have the holiday there. Number 4, what is your current obsession, if you have one? Like, is there a favourite TV show you're watching, favourite music, favourite YouTube?
I have to say, going back to the Domino's, I have been on a bit of a purge at the moment. But TV programmes, not really, because I had Netflix, but then it got like cancelled because it was just getting too much money. But I say Domino's.
Okay, Domino's again. Current obsession.
There's a new lipstick, but I wouldn't really count for that as an obsession.
Okay. My current obsession is I'm watching Suits at the moment, which is a series in America. It sounds really boring when you try and explain it. It's basically about law and lawyers in America, but the storyline and the characters are really good. So it's really quite like it's one of those things that you watch and you get to the end and you're like, "Oh, I want to watch the next one. I want to watch the next one."
Yeah, you just binge on it.
Yeah. Number 5, the one thing on my bucket list that I'm most eager to do is, again,
I think mine would be to go to New York. I've always wanted to go. It just seems like an amazing place. I can't really think. It's mainly just visiting places.
Visiting different countries and stuff.
Visiting places, I would say.
I'm going to go really extreme with mine. Like really unrealistic, but it's to go to like space.
No, I couldn't do that.
Really?
No. Oh.
How come?
Just because, like, the idea of just the space shuttle. It honestly scares me so much. Even thinking about any of that stuff just freaks me out.
Have you been on a plane before?
I have, but when I was like 4 years old, so I don't know how I would react now. But
Yeah. I don't know, just the idea of like
heights.
You're afraid of heights.
Yeah.
But it's almost so like when you're in a plane, it's a bit surreal because it doesn't seem realistic. So I just think like the thought of being up in space and seeing like the Earth, I don't know. That's just
that would be it's just crazy.
This is a good question. In my opinion, so in your opinion, the best invention in the history of the world is. Like,
you answer it first, because I need some sort of idea to bounce off.
Okay. I'm gonna give two. One is a bit silly because it's clearly not the best invention in the world, but YouTube, like the internet, the internet in general. Actually, no, I'm gonna take that back. The internet is one of the best inventions in the world because it's how we've met. It's how people who watch this interact with us,
communicate.
So I'm gonna stick with the internet actually.
Yeah, I don't think I can quite top that, especially at the moment where we are like in our lifestyles, like people in general. The internet is what you do nowadays, so I probably have to agree. Probably the internet.
I mean, obviously things like electricity and
time telling, timekeeping.
all of that stuff is fantastic. Don't get me wrong. I don't want to abuse history.
No.
Just future's great as well.
Yeah, but what would be your like number one best invention of like a daily thing? Mine would be having a shower.
Yeah, shower. Yeah. I always think
that. Just to wash.
I think shoes is quite funny. Like I think when I'm walking outside, I'm just like, people used to just walk around casually with no shoes on. Like, what was that about?
It's very
like,
true. Yeah.
I think I remember some story actually when I was in history. Wasn't it like someone somewhere in the world? I'm probably going to get loads of hate because I don't know the actual story. But it was for a king, and some guy was like cut out cardboard or leather and was like, "Hey, you should wear this." And that's where like sandals were created, and then.
And then it just, evolution.
Fashion icons right here. Number 7, I will always be loyal to.
Ooh. Well, I have got my cat sitting next to me.
I was literally going to say a pet is like the best thing to say.
I mean, realistically, I'll always be loyal to like my family, my immediate family.
Mm-hmm.
But again, also to like an animal or something like that, because, you've made the decision to own them and to look after them. So it would be probably a pet,
I am going to completely copy your answer. I don't have anything else to add to that one. Number 8. If you could spend a day with a celebrity, I would choose... this. Let's make this more fun. Dead or alive. So obviously you've got Audrey Hepburn here. Like,
you answer it first, I'm not sure.
Okay. Dead or alive, if I could meet and hang out with anyone for the day.
I mean, I don't know very much like about, celebrities, but people that seem fun.
It could be anyone, like...
I'd have to say Audrey Hepburn just because she's so, like, fabulous and just, like,
iconic.
And her lifestyle.
Mm-hmm.
Or I would say probably Michael Jackson in his prime time, like just a daily, casual day.
Okay, I'm going to give 2. I'm going to give one being... Actually, no, they're too similar. One, I'm going to say LeBron James, who's a basketball player who I just think is really cool, really good. But 2, I'm going to throw it out there, like Henry VIII. I think just kind of like imagine being in his presence.
Mine is so generic, but that's actually a really good...
I literally just thought of that and just imagine like how we used to live in.
Yeah.
Go back to that part of that era and just experience it and just be like...
Actually, thinking about it, but I probably have to say the same about Henry VIII. That would be really cool.
Number 9... the most wild and crazy thing I've ever done that I will admit to publicly.
Well,
wild and crazy. It could be like silly, like rebellious thing, or like. I don't know. That's such a hard question.
It is actually. I mean, my lifestyle is not, crazy.
Wild and crazy. I mean, ooh.
No, I don't need a crazy lifestyle. I don't know. I can't answer that. I don't think I've got the experience to answer it because... we're really lame, aren't we? We're just not wild and crazy. Just normal.
I dyed my hair pink and covered my whole body in fake tan once and thought it was wash out, but it wasn't. It was semi-permanent, so I was left with pink hair for like 6 weeks. Not that that's wild.
That's that's more of a mistake, I suppose. No, but totally. I have to say that... kind of like the most kind of embarrassing thing would be, again, it's to do with fake tan. I think all embarrassing stories are to do with fake tan. I had my first fake tan actually a couple of months ago.
Yeah.
And the one was like, put these slippers on and, put the goggles on before you go in. And of course I forgot all of that and just went straight in. And my feet were just completely covered, So.
What about your eyes?
My eyes, I think in the end I was just kind of like Like, let's hope for the best.
Was it one of those spray ones?
Yeah. And you have to like turn like different angles. And I was kind of like, oh crap, I just forgot everything.
When life hands me lemons, I make a juice.
When life hands me lemons, I order a Domino's.
Yeah, why not? That is your go-to.
Yeah, it is.
Cure for like.
If anybody ever wants to, you know, please me, please. You know,
just Domino's. Just Domino's.
Any time of the day, I'm open.
Domino's have been 3 out of your 10 answers.
I know.
You've got a lot to say about Domino's.
Well, only currently. I sort of go through binges, but
maybe you should do a Domino's challenge on your channel at
should.
Some point. I don't know what you could do with that, but
yeah. What would yours be then if life hands you lemons? Realistically, I try to make everything as positive as it can be. I try to take a positive out of everything. So I suppose really just thinking positively and thinking that people have actually got it a lot worse.
I see what you mean there. Like, it's very easy to when like if you get handed it, you're just kind of like, oh, like why me? Why this? But then if you can take a positive from everything, then 10 questions done.
Yes, thank you.
Hopefully,
thank you so much for watching.
you guys have got to know Charlotte a bit better.
Thank you, Marcus, for doing this with me. It's been really great fun. Not Marcus's channel if you haven't already, obviously.
And if you're one of my people, subscribe to Charlotte. Check out the rest of her videos.
Thank you very much. Bye.
See ya.